Have you ever felt it? That moment that shatters your reality, a feeling that operates far beyond the realm of ordinary explanation. You're in a crowded room, living your life, when you suddenly lock eyes with a complete stranger, and everything inside of you just stops. It isn't fear, it's a jolt of inexplicable recognition, so deep and so profound it feels as though your very soul is screaming, "There you are. I remember you." You weren't looking for them. In your heart, you may have even given up, convinced that the connection you secretly ache for was just a fantasy. And yet, there they are, feeling hauntingly familiar, unshakably real. In a world that often feels random and disconnected, this is the moment that proves it's not. There are no fireworks, no signs from the universe, just a sudden, deafening stillness, a powerful knowing that for a fleeting second, the entire chaotic puzzle of your life has just clicked perfectly into place. If this feeling has ever touched you, even for a second, then what you are about to hear will change everything. This is the answer to that spiritual ache you carry. Before we unlock this secret, help me send this message even further. Tap the like button right now and tell me in the comments what part of the world you are from. It's incredible to see how far the wisdom of Carl Jung can reach and help people. And I've noticed a huge number of you who find healing in these videos aren't subscribed. So if you want to continue this journey of discovery, take 1 second to hit that subscribe button. That way, you won't miss the truths that can guide you to the connection you were born to experience. Because understanding this single moment is the key to unlocking a lifetime of meaningful connection, and Carl Jung is the one who gave us that key. In our hyper-connected yet increasingly isolated world, we are taught to swipe, filter, and curate our connections, building walls of perfection that keep genuine intimacy at bay. We craft profiles and present idealized versions of ourselves, hoping to attract someone who fits a predetermined checklist. But this constant search often leaves us feeling more disconnected than ever, wondering if a truly authentic bond is even possible. We become cynical, believing that love is a game of strategy and luck. So when a connection arrives that requires no strategy, no performance, and no pretense, it can feel both bewildering and like a miraculous homecoming. The celebrated psychoanalyst Carl Jung proposed that this feeling of something being meant to be isn't merely a flight of fancy or a trick of fate. Instead, he saw it as a powerful reflection of something far deeper occurring within us. It is the unconscious patterns of your own psyche finding a stunning alignment with the external world. In this exploration, we will delve into the reasons why, when a person is genuinely meant for you, you won't need to question it, chase it, or force it. You will simply feel it in your core. Most of us have been conditioned to view life as a linear succession of random events, a string of coincidences and accidents unfolding in a universe that operates blindly, devoid of any intrinsic meaning. But Carl Jung perceived a hidden layer to reality. He observed that at times, events unfold with such poetic precision, such an uncanny resonance, that they feel undeniably significant, even if we lack the logical framework to explain why. It's that moment you find yourself thinking of a long-lost friend, and your phone rings with their name on the screen. It's the experience of wandering into a small cafe you've never visited before, only to meet a person who fundamentally alters the course of your entire life's journey. This is not simple chance. This is the phenomenon Jung named synchronicity. It represents the meaningful convergence of your inner and outer worlds. It is your private thoughts, your deepest emotions, and your unspoken desires finding their echo in the external world, which responds like a perfect mirror, reflecting the essence of your soul right back to you. This is the universe whispering a secret directly to you, a confirmation that you are on the right path, engaged in a cosmic dialogue that transcends mere coincidence. It's a powerful reminder that you are not just a passive observer of your life, but an active participant in its unfolding mystery. Synchronicity isn't concerned with the mechanics of cause and effect. Its entire essence is rooted in meaning. It's as if the universe, or perhaps a profound intelligence deep within your own being, is orchestrating these specific moments, not to dazzle or impress you, but to awaken you. These moments are a call to action, urging you to Pay attention. This is important. And when it comes to the profound realms of love and human connection, these synchronicities can feel exponentially more powerful and pronounced. You might meet someone who, without any effort, seems to mirror your personal story, your unhealed wounds, and your most sacred longings. It is crucial to understand that not every person you cross paths with is destined to remain in your life. But some individuals appear in such perfect alignment with your inner landscape that their arrival feels nothing short of destined. And in a profound sense, they often are. This isn't because some cosmic fate scripted it from the beginning of time, but rather because you, whether consciously or unconsciously, had finally become ready to meet them. Jung was convinced that when our own inner development aligns with the opportunities of the external world, the right people begin to manifest in our lives. They don't appear to complete us, but to show us precisely who we have become and, more importantly, who we are capable of becoming. So, what if the people you feel most magnetically drawn to are not just about them, but are, in fact, a profound statement about you? Carl Jung held the belief that deep within the psyche of every person lives a hidden, archetypal image of the opposite. For men, this is the anima, the embodiment of the feminine soul. For women, it is the animus, the masculine spirit. It's essential to understand that these are not rigid roles or societal stereotypes. They are potent, symbolic reflections of the parts of ourselves we often fail to fully acknowledge or understand. The anima represents the realms of emotion, intuition, creativity, and deep sensitivity. The animus embodies qualities of strength, reason, clear direction, and unwavering will. And here is where this concept becomes truly powerful in our lives. These inner figures, the anima and animus, actively shape the kinds of people we are inexplicably magnetized to in the outer world. Have you ever found yourself falling for someone and being completely unable to articulate why? Have you felt that they understood the very core of your being, even when you had barely spoken a word? Often, what you are experiencing is the projection of your own unconscious onto another person. But this projection doesn't render the feeling unreal. On the contrary, it makes it incredibly meaningful. This is because the individuals who stir something so deep within us are frequently reflecting the very parts of ourselves that we are, at that moment, ready to reclaim. It could be the feminine creativity and intuition you've long suppressed, or the masculine clarity and direction you've consistently ignored. They represent the wholeness you are unconsciously striving to achieve. Therefore, when someone feels truly meant for you, it transcends simple chemistry. It is an act of profound recognition, an inner resonance not with who they appear to be on the surface, but with the dormant potential they awaken deep inside of you. This powerful attraction can also be unnerving. To meet someone who sees through your carefully constructed defenses to the core of who you are is to be truly vulnerable. The ego, which thrives on control and predictability, may resist this connection. It might raise alarms, pointing out flaws or creating doubts. This is the ultimate test. Can you trust the quiet knowing in your soul over the loud protests of your fear? This person is not just a potential partner. They are a catalyst for the bravest journey of all, the journey back to your authentic self. Jung believed that a genuine connection can only begin when we cease the endless chase for perfection in others and start to courageously meet the fragmented pieces of ourselves that they reveal to us. And that is the strange, paradoxical beauty of love when viewed through the Jungian lens. You don't just fall in love with someone else. You fall more deeply into yourself through them. Sometimes you encounter a person and words feel entirely superfluous. There is no pressing need to explain who you are, your history, or your aspirations. You don't feel the compulsion to perform or to earn their approval. You can simply exist in their presence, and that, in and of itself, feels like more than enough. The feeling isn't that you have known them in a past life, but rather that, on some fundamental level, your soul remembers them. Carl Jung would argue that this is not your imagination running wild. It is the unconscious, that vast, deep reservoir of collective memory, potent symbols, and ancient instincts. rising to the surface of your awareness. He was convinced that when someone evokes such a strong and immediate connection, it's often because they align with powerful archetypes buried deep within your psyche. This alignment is not superficial. It stirs something ancient, something timeless that resides within you. This is the very reason you can meet a person for the first time and feel as though you have known them for your entire life. It is why the silences between you are never awkward, but filled with a comfortable, unspoken understanding. It is why time spent with them seems to bend, to slow down, or to disappear altogether. It is the profound recognition of an inner truth being perfectly mirrored in another human being, and that is never a random occurrence. You may find yourself drawn irresistibly to their energy, not because of their physical appearance or their worldly achievements, but because they feel like a key, perfectly crafted to unlock parts of you that have been dormant and quietly waiting. It's possible you might not even fall in love with them immediately. Instead, you might just feel a quiet certainty, a deep sense of peace, a warmth that communicates, this is safe, this is real, this is something of substance. It is a common misconception that a soul connection must be instantaneous and explosive. Often, it is the opposite. It can be a quiet, slow-burning fire that offers warmth and light rather than a wild blaze. It is a feeling of enoughness. In their presence, you don't feel the need to be more witty, more successful, or more anything. You are simply enough. This feeling of radical acceptance is one of the clearest signs that you have encountered a person who resonates not with your ego, but with your soul. Their presence doesn't make you want to be a better person to impress them. It simply makes you a more authentic version of yourself. Jung understood that not all relationships are meant to endure for a lifetime, but the ones that truly awaken you, those connections that reach past logic and touch the very fabric of your soul, are never, ever meaningless. Because even if that person eventually walks away, they leave you irrevocably changed, more self-aware, and more whole than you were before. We often hear the phrase, if it's meant to be, it will be. But Jung would pose a more profound question. What part of you is doing the choosing? Is it truly fate? Is it mere coincidence? Or is it your unconscious, with its infinite wisdom, guiding you toward precisely what your soul needs for its evolution? When someone is meant for you in the Jungian sense, they don't arrive to complete you. They arrive to reflect you. They will awaken your shadows. They will challenge your most cherished beliefs, and they will bring your deepest desires and most terrifying fears to the surface. Their purpose is not to break you, but to help you grow. Jung maintained that a real connection is not about finding perfect compatibility. It is about inner evolution. It involves two individuals walking parallel paths of what he called individuation, each becoming more fully and authentically who they truly are. When a person is meant for you, the journey isn't always easy, but it is always true. It feels like alignment. It feels like clarity. Even in the midst of chaos, it feels like coming home to yourself. Because through the mirror they provide, you see yourself more clearly than ever before. Remember, not every meant-to-be connection lasts a lifetime. Some people are destined to be bridges, helping you get from one part of your journey to another. Some are powerful lessons, wrapped in the form of a person, and some, a precious few, are meant to stay. But the one common thread is that they all show up precisely when you are ready, or, at the very least, when a deeper part of you is. So, the next time you meet someone who stirs something profound within you, resist the urge to immediately define it. Just listen. Don't listen to the chatter of your mind, but to the quiet, still place that lies beneath it. Because the soul doesn't communicate in the language of logic. It speaks in feelings, in timing, and in a quiet, inexplicable knowing. Perhaps being meant for someone isn't about possession, permanence, or a fairy tale ending. Perhaps it's about recognition, a shared, sacred moment of truth. It is the experience of two souls, briefly and beautifully, remembering who they are by seeing each other with perfect clarity. Carl Jung gave us the ultimate truth of human connection when he said, The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. The knowledge you've gained today is your power now. You no longer need to search for signs or ask if someone is the one. You now hold the sacred question, the only one that truly matters. What in me is waking up? This is the key, because a connection that is truly meant for you will never need to be chased or forced. You will feel its truth in the perfect timing, in the profound silence, and in that unshakable, quiet place within your soul where you are already whole. Thank you for holding space for this profound truth today. Before you go, I want you to do something powerful. Go to the comments below and answer that very question for me. What in me is waking up? Your one-sentence answer could be the spark of recognition someone else needs to see. I read these stories, and they are immensely powerful. As you share your answer, also press the like button to help this wisdom find others who are lost and searching. And finally, a huge number of you who gain so much from this channel are not yet subscribed. If this message resonated with the deepest part of you, I invite you to join our community today. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because our journey into the soul is far from over, and you won't want to miss where we go next.